So unfortunately, there's not gonna be a face cam, which that kind of sucks. But okay, you know what? It's fine. All right, so
No face cam.
I know it's because right now, I'm not on my own room. So once I have my own room, I'll be doing, face cam for like our Minecraft videos and like the
Oh,
other and like the other online games that we do,
okay.
like Fortnite. And then I'm gonna probably look up for some more online games. Like maybe I might do GTA Online later on. So hey everyone, Universal Gamer here, guys, and yes, you may wonder, Gene, what are you doing? What the heck is this thing? Well, this is a website where I get to rate, a bunch of things, from best to great, good, okay, and not for me. So, guys, this is gonna be a huge challenge for me because I'm a huge fan of the MCU. I really love it, and I love all their movies, guys. I never rated any movie to be bad. So, this is gonna be pretty challenging and pretty crazy. Okay, so let's start.
Well,
I kind of wish the movies were in order, but okay, I guess. Okay, dude, let me see. Okay, so let's start. I guess where these are all the movies because I remember there's more. It's like 23 movies and then like 2 shows already.
yeah. I think it's all. I think it's all.
Okay, I guess it's all the what the giving us, what the website's giving us. Okay, so I guess I'll start from where it's over here. So Avengers Infinity War. I gotta say, dude, at the beginning, like the first time I watched it, I was not a big fan of the ending. But after watching Avengers Endgame, that changed my whole opinion for it. Because especially because the other thing I was actually kind of aware of, like when I saw the movie for the first time at the beginning, was the fact that Infinity War was just part one. You know what I mean? From the Avengers third movie, it
Yeah.
was part one, and then yeah, the Endgame was supposed to be Avengers Infinity War Part Two, but they changed the title, to Endgame. So I will say there was so much action, so much to go for, so much to hope, and then so many like unexpected turns that you get to see. So this was because this was my second favorite. I'm gonna have to rate it best.
Oh.
All right, so now for Anthony, I will say it was a pretty good start, but what's it called? It was a pretty good start, for like the new Ant-Man because you know how the original Ant-Man is Hank Pym, right?
Yeah.
But the story takes right to Scott Lang instead of the original Ant-Man. So
Mhm.
they did put Scott Lang in a pretty good amount of action, and like as far as the character that we get for Scott Lang becoming Ant-Man was pretty good. And then so many good other characters introduced. So I knew Hope Van Dyne was gonna become the Wasp. Like when I saw the movie and when I started to see the character. And I also like the Yellow Jacket guy. It was pretty cool. So the one thing that I kind of disliked was Anthony. You know what part I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
part, yeah,
I remember
Anthony.
that.
I know. So because of that, I'm gonna put it on great.
Okay.
All right. Now Black Panther. Okay. So we remember that it takes place right after Captain America Civil War, and dude, it was all pretty good. What's it called? Honestly, the art that they made for like their posters and then the characters like looks and all that was pretty good. So
Yeah.
I think it's not really on my list of top five from my favorite MCU movies. So I can't say there wasn't anything wrong, but I want to put on there great because dude, honestly, the rest of my family didn't really like Black Panther. Don't know why.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
Uh,
But this
yeah.
movie was nominated for an Oscar award. Remember? This movie was nominated for an Oscar. So I was gonna put it under great, but I have to put it on best.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So now the Incredible
Pro.
Hulk. Okay, for the Incredible Hulk. So I really, I really was I really like how the character came to life, and honestly, the actor that they have for that movie, before he was recasted by Mark Ruffalo, was pretty good. Even though I end up
Yeah.
liking Mark Ruffalo better. So sorry for I can't even remember the other actor's name. See, that's why. So yeah, yeah, I'm that kind of forgetful. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is it was a good movie and all that, but like there wasn't that much. We didn't see the Hulk into a lot of action. Like I wish we would have seen a little bit more action than he was. So but the fact that we got to see him, alive and all that, and the fact that they did make the character look pretty good, I'm gonna have to put it on there. I'm gonna have to put it on because I wish I would have seen more of the Hulk and Abomination. Because Abomination, you know how we only get him at the ending.
Yeah.
I wish we had him for a little longer, so I'm gonna put it on great.
Okay.
Now, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Let's see. So, I love the action. It honestly turned out better than the first one. I'm gonna be honest with that. It was literally way better than the first one. And the first one was pretty good, don't get me wrong, yeah. I really loved the first one, but like the second one, they just went to like even, better things than we expected. So now again, I was not a fan of the fact that Yondu died. I was actually pretty sad on that one. But dude, I gotta say I love how the after credits was many multiple scenes. It wasn't just two scenes from the after credits. That also kind of brings a lot of different aspects to what you can expect for the future of the MCU. And I really love how we see Baby Groot in a little bit of action, and then we get to see more of Yondu using his arrow. I think we got like 5 minutes of it, like a whole clip with a song. So you know how we get that where there's a song playing while he's killing everyone with the arrow, by just whistling it. And yeah, it was a pretty dramatic story for Star-Lord facing up with his dad, who turns out to be It is a little bit different from the comics though, because his dad is Ego, the living planet. But fun fact, his dad in the comics he's known as Jason from Spartex, so Star-Lord is half human and half Spartex. And he even has a sister named Victoria.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, it was. They in the movies they went to a different take, which I think was pretty cool. You know. And they open up a lot of possibilities. So I guess I'll rate this one on best, definitely. Now Captain America, the first Avenger. Okay, so the fact that it takes place, right to where everything started with Captain America, it was pretty good. Honestly, I was a fan of how the ending, came from the part where he wakes up in a totally different age. And I will say, like, it really has that feel of a war movie. So besides that it's just a superhero movie, it does kind of, fall into a war movie, which I think it made it really good. So I might put it under. I'm gonna put it next. Honestly, I don't even know what's the wrong thing I can say about this. So I'm gonna put it on best
Okay.
because the movie kind of had everything. See, I told you it was gonna be difficult for me, rating MCU movies. Yeah.
I mean, when I made with my tier list, it's a lot different than yours. When I did this.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Now for Captain Marvel, I will say it wasn't really the best movie, but it wasn't the worst either. Yeah, but I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed like the vibe, from the 1990s music, since it takes place in 1995. I was a pretty good fan of when we see Nick Fury, how he lost his style completely unexpected and funny.
Yeah.
Remember? No
By a
cat.
flirkin.
Yeah.
A flirkin.
Yeah. Flurkin cat. Remember? Flurkin cat ate it. And like also we get a twisted turn because you know how in the comics the Skrulls are actually the bad guys, but in here we see them as the good guys. The Kree on the other hand has always been the bad guys, the Kree. That we got to see other pretty good characters. I love how we also get to see once again, Lee Pace reprising his role as Ronan, the Accuser. because he basically gets to play on he gets to play the character, you know, before he dies, before Ronan dies, on the first Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy. So yeah, and also they have John Rowe kinda as like a, you know, not the main villain, but like, you know, as a pawn from one main villain that we don't get to de facto, which would be Supreme Intelligence. So knowing that we don't get to see Captain Marvel facing like a main bad guy, but she does face a pretty, you know, good opponent that kind of knows her in a personal level. So I will say that I'm gonna put this one. I wanna put this one just to make it interesting. I'm gonna put it on good, because remember how I say it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either.
Okay.
Now, okay, let's see. Doctor Strange. It follow up with what's it called? He follow up with a really great start for the character. You know, like, you know, the fact that he's lost himself and then he's trying to, you know, he wants to heal himself, which was
Yeah,
mainly
but
his hands.
the ending, that ending was terrible for me. I didn't like it.
Oh, the ending?
Yeah.
Right.
It's just, you know, when he just creates a time loop and then do a.
What? Do I actually like that part? That
Yeah,
part
I
was
hate
pretty
that.
funny. I find it pretty funny, you
I
know,
just didn't like it.
because you know how it was like as long as Dormammu leaves the same time over and over, that makes him his prisoner. And you know how every
Yeah.
time it's just like Dormammu, I come to bargain you. Dormammu, Dormammu, I come to bargain. And then, no, stop. And he just like keeps killing him over and over.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
You've come to die. Your world is now my world. Like all worlds.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. 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 Dormammu, Dormammu, Dormammu.
Stop! Make this stop! Set me free!
No, I've come to bargain.
So I gotta say, at the beginning, I gotta say I wasn't a fan of Doctor Strange because, you know, he was a little bit of a D-bag. So I guess I'll put this one under. But I really love how the Ancient One, you know, teaches, you know, that there are things that are bigger than him, you know. And, you know, he develops as a really good character. So there was plenty of character development in there, you know. We see Doctor Strange kind of like a D-bag, but then becoming a better man, and, you know, he earned his rightful place as the Sorcerer Supreme. And because, don't forget, this build up to Thor Ragnarok, so I'm gonna have to put this one on best.
Oh.
Because, yeah. Yeah. Now, Spider-Man Homecoming. Oh, actually, I gotta say, it was a pretty funny start, you know, with Peter's tape at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. No, remember when he goes on the fight and then he gets thrown back? Right where the camera was, where the camera sees it. Like, okay, just a second. And then, whoa, boom.
Yeah, recording happy sleeping.
Yeah.
That part.
And then remember, I can keep the suit, and like, well, yeah, it's yours. It doesn't fit me. And then I love how Iron Man, you know, he kinda takes a different way into mentoring, you know, a young hero. And I really love that, you know, they decided, you know, because it was basically another reboot for Spider-Man. They didn't start with the origin story because, you know, people are like, we already know that, you know, they wouldn't want to see like use the same thing over and over. Because that's what happened on the Amazing Spider-Man. That's why it didn't do as well as the, you know, as the first trilogy, the Sam Raimi, because they rebooted. That's kind of where DC has actually failed a lot of their projects with reboots. Now, because, you know, we got Tom Holland, and, you know, dude, Kevin Feige was pretty clever on casting Tom Holland. Tom Holland was just the perfect Spider-Man. Because Andrew Garfield, he's a little too good for the role. And then, and I gotta say, Tobey Maguire, yeah, he honestly did pretty well as Spider-Man, really. And I really hope, and I really want, I'm excited to see him, you know, in Spider-Man No Way Home, because we're gonna see all three Spider-Mans and probably many more. Even a lot of the Sam
Wait,
Raimi
no way.
cast members are gonna reappear from Spider-Man No Way Home. Like we got Alfred Molina reprise his role as Doctor Octopus.
Well, that's gonna be the next Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Yeah, that's gonna be on that one. Even Jamie Foxx will be reprising his role as Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I
Oh.
really love the character also they have for the Vulture, the bad guy. And did you know that there were other villains there? Like we saw the Shocker, but I kind of gotta say I wasn't a fan of how one person becomes the Shocker after you know the other guy gets killed for being too stupid. No, remember? And then remember how Adrian Toomes, he's like, wait, I thought that was the anti-gravity gun. He's like, no, it's that one. And you know the guy that told him that that wasn't the gravity gun, it was the other one? That's the Tinkerer.
Yeah.
That guy was the Tinkerer. So they kind of show us a lot of good villains that other characters that already exist on the MCU. Like, did you know that Miles Morales is already confirmed that he exists in the MCU?
It's gonna be the MCU?
Miles already exists in the MCU because remember the guy that Spider-Man was talking? What's it called? Aaron Davis. You know, on the parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember when he was using interrogation mode? Remember? That was Aaron Davis.
Yeah.
And then if you remember, he helped him because he mentioned that he doesn't want those weapons around. You know, those dangerous weapons, because he has a nephew in the neighborhood, and we already know who his nephew is. So they tease us a lot, honestly, if you think about it. And I really love the Vulture character, like how he was introduced. And did you know that the actor who played Adrian Toomes in the MCU, Michael Keaton, he played Batman on the 1989 movie. So I have to rate this one under next to best.
Okay.
Now Captain America: Civil War, I gotta say, it was pretty much I was kind of hoping it would go for a solo Captain America movie, but which it was still, but it felt like an Avengers movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it felt like one.
Yeah, because we basically get most of the Avengers. So, but the movie went pretty well, honestly. I kind of wasn't really a fan of how things ended, like the Avengers being divided. Like, but at least we saw how Black Panther still apprehended the main villain, Zemo.
Yeah,
So I gotta say, I think I have to put this one. And I really loved that we got to see Spider-Man for the first time, in the MCU, like his main introduction, or like the little tease for Spider-Man.
yeah.
So, yeah, it was pretty cool. And there were some good funny moments there too. Especially, from
So, like,
Spider-Man. You know how we hear Spider-Man swear?
I thought when they put him there, it made him look too powerful. Like he beat Falcon and the Winter Soldier, both of them combined.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, both of them when they were together.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Spider-Man is kind of powerful. Except that Falcon did get him at the end, remember, with the drone? Remember, like, I'm sorry guys, but...
That's basically cheating.
Yeah.
He's using hacks.
Yeah. But I think I have to put this one on great because it didn't really feel like a solo Captain America movie, even though it was.
Yeah.
Because it did take a lot of focus on, Captain America and then the Winter Soldier. So I have to put it on great.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, WandaVision. Oh, boy. So, I really like that we got to see finally, Wanda being known as the Scarlet Witch. And I love how it starts as a sitcom, and it was pretty funny, I would say. So, and the fact that we see how Vision returns, that was like, we get to see that finally Vision's back. But I did feel bad for the, for the fake Vision and the kids.
Oh yeah. I hadn't seen that yet. About WandaVision, I hadn't seen that yet.
What? Oh, dude, you couldn't tell me that, so I don't have to spoil it for you. Like, you should have seen it by now. Come on, man. Every single episode out already. I'm also caught up with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm waiting for the next episode.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it too.
Okay, so from a lot of things that has happened.
Wait, that gonna be the next episode? Going to be the last episode on Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
No, it's not. Not yet.
Oh.
It's gonna be like up to 8 episodes, I think.
Oh.
You like WandaVision basically. So I think I'm gonna put WandaVision on. I wanna put it honestly on on grade.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because I really liked it. No, you know what? I'm gonna actually put it on best because I also love we got a new character introduced that has been a character, in the comics for a while, but we finally get to see him on the screen, which is Agatha Harkness, and also Photon, which by that I'm talking about Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, that's Monica Rambeau supposed to become Photon. Now, Spider-Man Far From Home, dude, that was honestly the best Spider-Man I ever seen, literally. Like at the beginning, I was like, Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie, but then this one literally changed my mind. And all the moment that we thought we had Nick Fury, we did not. It was a scroll, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I love how they
I kind of thought they were scrolls too. I kind of thought they were scrolls before they revealed it.
Why?
Because Maria Hill, like in the background, she was confused. She seems really confused.
Oh, that's a good
Because
point.
she's really smart. She's normally really smart.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, you're right. Honestly, I don't know how I didn't see that coming, but what's it called? You know the other funny thing that we should have noticed?
What?
Nick Fury doesn't say crap. You know that part where he says, "Now that is just some bull crap."
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't say the actual swear word. He wouldn't say the swear word. But dude, I really love how Tom Holland's as a character development, he goes great. Like at the beginning, it's kind of like he wanted to retire from being Spider-Man, but then like a new adventure that goes to him, that follows him, ends up wanting him to become Spider-Man. And the fact that it got us to a pretty good teaser, and how we're gonna be introduced to the multiverse, I gotta say I'm gonna rate it to the best. Okay, dude, Thor Ragnarok, I think. Okay, do you want to take a guess of what I'm gonna rate it?
I don't know. It was the best. I'll say that's the best Thor movie.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on best, literally. Like, I love how scenes stay with Thor Ragnarok, and they did pretty well to introduce us to Avengers Infinity War. Because if you didn't watch Thor Ragnarok, then you would not be aware of how Avengers Infinity War starts. But yeah, I love how we also got to see what happened to the Hulk. We got to see a very good fight, Thor. We got to see that he doesn't need his hammer. Remember how he was told that he's the god of thunder, not the god of hammers. Remember, remember?
The god of hammers.
Are you Thor, the god of hammers? Yeah, we basically learned that the hammer is supposed to. It just makes him stronger and allows to focus his power. And I love how he meets Doctor Strange. And remember how Loki was gonna try to attack him? But Doctor Strange's like, okay, bye. And we get to see Loki becoming, kind of how he becomes a good guy. Which it kind of took an unexpected turn, The tables turned on Loki on Infinity War. If you remember what happened. So I wanna rate this one best.
Okay.
Now, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Honestly, I really like how that one went. It was pretty. It really felt like a comedy movie, but it was pretty good developing action. And we got to see, what's it called? We got to see, Hope Van Dyne becoming the Wasp, and then we get to see how like as soon as you watch it, because you know how it comes out after Avengers Infinity War, and you're wondering like, wait, like how does that gonna, happen? But then when you watch it, you realize that they take place on the same time,
Yeah.
So basically, the after credits happen, when the Avengers fight Thanos in Wakanda. And I gotta say, this is the MCU movie that, to me, it feels like a family-friendly movie. Even though it's still PG-13 and there's still, a few swear words.
Yeah.
Plus, I love how with Hank Pym, like, one moment I like is, when he tells him that the cops they still think that he's on his house. And you know how they have the monitors and they have an ant, doing the same moves that Scott does, doing Scott's daily routine.
That's kind of creepy though,
Yeah.
The exact time he takes a shit, the exact time he goes to the bathroom and everything, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, like it was his daily routine, basically that the ant was doing. But then what's it called? You remember when Hank Pym sees him playing drums and he's like, "Where are you, 6?" that part got me laughing. I'm just like, that probably would have been me if I was under house arrest. Yeah. So it was pretty funny. So I have to rate it on best. Okay, now Avengers Age of Ultron. It was pretty good seeing the Avengers, coming back, and then you know how right away at the beginning you see action, all of them together, and then oh yeah, fun fact, I'm gonna put this one on great because it's gonna be for one reason that that I feel like it was kinda a little too early to kill Quicksilver. I feel like he could have continued on a little bit more, but it is what it is. And then Vision, I gotta say, they actually give him a pretty good amount of action on this movie compared to American Civil War. Because you know how Vision's a very useful character, but he kinda seemed a little useless on Avengers Infinity War and Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they did bring the characters pretty good. I really love a unique way that we get Ultron introduced compared to how they did in the comics. So, but this movie wasn't better than the other Avengers movies, so I'm gonna put it on great. Okay, dude. Now Iron Man. Okay, I gotta say this. When when it was just the Iron Man movie, like that was the only scene that was on.
Yeah.
So did it ever feel to you like with the events of Iron Man 1, it feels like those events feels like it's something that could happen in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like it was
happening
all
real life.
realistic. Yeah, it was all realistic as until the second movie, The Incredible Hulk. Where all where they're starting introducing superpowers, and then from there we get space magic, superpowers, magic, and a lot of crazy stuff. So I'm gonna put this one on best. This was actually my favorite Iron Man movie, the first one.
Oh, Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. Honestly, I really love it. And I really love how we get Whiplash, introduced as a character. But I do feel what's it called? Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention Iron Man 1 also introduced the 10 Rings, which is gonna be the upcoming movie after Black Widow. This is gonna come on September. Changing and the Legend of the 10 Rings.
When's Black Widow coming?
Black Widow, I think on July. I think it's somewhere in July. I think July 9.
Wait, yeah, July 9th.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Premiere Access and movie theaters.
Come on. No. No, come on. Realize something.
Now for Iron Man 2, I wanna put it on. What's it called? I wanna put it on great because I didn't see as much as action or like the action didn't feel as good as it was on the first movie. So I'm gonna put this one on great. Now, dude, Avengers Endgame. Dude, remember how I mentioned this is my favorite movie from the MCU and overall? And this movie turned out pretty well. Again, I wasn't a fan of the characters dying, Black Widow and Iron Man, because what's it called? So yeah, but I really love how the scenes went and how get us introduced to what we're getting.
But there's
right
one
now
thing.
first.
There's one thing.
What?
All the Avengers forgot the Tesseract was in Asgard.
That is true. They could have just.
All of them forgot. All of them forgot.
Dude, that is true. That is true. Honestly. Because they travel back. Remember when they travel on Time Tower and Rocket? They travel back and to the events that happened after they already returned the Tesseract.
Yeah.
So basically, they only needed on the other side. They just needed to worry about getting the Mind Stone, which is what Cap did easily, and the Time Stone, which Bruce was able to get it done. But yeah.
I guess all of them forgot.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I really love that that scene from the portal scene, and we get to see Captain America finally saying their catchphrase, Avengers, assemble.
Avengers!
Assemble.
But it takes a lot of different unexpected turns and all that because I thought Scott, was gonna, like, he wasn't gonna be Blip and all that, which I mean he wouldn't be Blip anyways, even if he wasn't in the quantum realm, but he was pretty much safe in there. So because of that, and because he kind of basically time traveled at the beginning because he was pulled out 5 years later, but for him it was 5 hours stranded in there. So he basically sees his daughter as a teenager, and she was pretty crazy. Imagine literally like being a parent, but then later you see your child like already like growing up a few years, and then you're still the same age. Okay, I'm gonna rate this at best. because I really love this movie, Avengers Endgame. It's like the movie I would watch over and over. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy. Honestly, it took up to a pretty good start, man. So I honestly don't know kind of what to rate it because I don't have any reason to rate it great or good. And I really love the very different unexpected turns. You know, for a moment everybody thought that Groot would die, but then we realized that oh wait, he can regrow. Like as long as you still have a remaining piece of him, which is the one that Rocket planted. You know what'd be funny?
What?
Imagine if they planted all the branches from Groot.
Oh.
We would get an army of Groots
Oh.
basically.
Yeah, an army.
Yeah.
Guardians
gotta
of the
say-
Groot.
Yeah. Guardians.
Guardians.
Well, the Groots of the Galaxy. How about the Groots of the Galaxy?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna rate this one at best.
Or
Thor movie was really good, and honestly, it was a pretty good start and all that. But again, the one thing I really love honestly how Thor adapts to Earth and all that. Like when he wants a coffee, when he goes another, and he breaks the cup. Remember that part?
yeah.
Or like what's it called? Or that they thought that he was a homeless guy, and then Mary, what's it called? Jane Foster sees him, like without shirt. She sees him shirtless, and he's like, "Whoa, you look too buff to be a homeless guy." You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was good and all that, but I think I wanna because there wasn't that much action like the next Thor movies. I'm gonna rate it on great. Now, Thor: The Dark World, that one did really pretty well, and it took us a lot of unexpected turns. You know how because I kind of bought that thing, where Loki betrays him, but it was a trick. Remember, cutting off his hands
Oh yeah.
when he was trying to get his hammer. Dude, that was a pretty good trick that he pulled off. And then Loki faking he's dead. Because you know how we see at the end? I think I'm gonna put this one also on great. Because the one that was because we gotta say the one that was the best was Thor Ragnarok.
Iron Man
Now,
3.
Iron Man 3. I gotta say, I really love this movie. Better than the second one, but not better than the first one. But what I love is the reason that we kind of get to see basically that Tony Stark, without his armor, he can still come out on top.
Yeah.
Compared to Loki, remember on the Avengers movie, on the first one, where he tells
Yeah.
Loki like, there is no part of this where you come out on top.
Throne. There is no version of this where you come out on top.
So on this, I'm gonna go with the fact that this one is the best. Not better than Iron Man 1, but it is one of the best movies in the MCU, Iron Man 3. We get to see that Iron Man doesn't need a suit, he can just make one out of scrap. Which we saw that on Iron Man 1. But then you know how we see him on the store, making his own weapons?
Yeah.
Like with a driller and like what's it called? And like a bunch of little, gear pieces. Because you know how there's that kid telling him wait, wait, you're a mechanic, right? Like, can you just build something? Because you know how he was like, he can't go in without his suit. Now, dude, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Do I have to rate that one on best because it was a really well-known movie on the MCU. Takes a pretty good amount. It's pretty well good in action. And the fact that it focuses on we see Captain America, more action with the shield. And we still see how the shield disobeys physics, by bouncing back.
that breaks Newton's third law.
Yeah, you know how Spider-Man is like, that thing doesn't obey a lot of physics. Remember that part?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna rate this one actually on best. Okay, now for the Avengers movie, dude, I really love the first one, honestly. Like, if I wanna see like in order for my top from the Avengers movies, so Avengers Endgame was my first favorite, second favorite, Avengers Infinity War, third favorite, the first one. So that's why I put Avengers Age of Ultron on the grade because that's like my least favorite Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Not from the MCU, not from the MCU entirely, but just from the Avengers movies. So I have to put this one under best.
Oh, the next one. The next one's good.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So the first episode, I wish I would have seen more action or a little more.
Yeah.
I did see a pretty good
the
amount
first
of action with Falcon, But like the fact that we didn't see like Bucky having to do something that will take him to another adventure. compared to Falcon, you know, just tracking down some bad guys, which he fought firstly for some bad guys, but you know, they turn out to be super soldiers. But we get to see how Bucky, obviously, he's trying to make himself feel better, like, you know, trying to get rid of the guilt for every bad thing that he did when he was the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So, like at the beginning, the show felt a little too boring, but it wasn't really boring. It was still entertaining, but you know, like it didn't build up to the point until the ending of the first episode when they introduced the new Captain America, John Walker. So I have to rate this one on grades. But yeah,
Okay, that's
oh no, actually I have to rate on best because I forgot about the last episode, which you haven't seen it yet, right?
yeah, I seen it.
Oh, you seen it? Okay. Yeah, you still gotta finish WandaVision though. By the way, fun fact, do you know that every MCU phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and then phase 4 started with the actor Paul Bettany, who played Vision? Because don't forget, Paul Bettany also had to voice Jarvis because, you know, Jarvis becomes Vision.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so guys, there's my MCU Iron Man Falcon the Winter Soldier list maker. So yeah, this is my list, guys, from best, great, good, okay, and not for me. So you guys can see this is how good the MCU is. They don't have a terrible movie, and not a movie where you say like, oh, it's okay. You know, you can see that the movies were best, great, and good. That's it. No, none of these okay ratings or negative. So there you guys have it. You guys can go ahead and screenshot it. Of course, I'm definitely gonna screenshot it right now.
You want to see mine?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll see yours. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this rating. Of course, if you did, make sure you leave a like and Alex, thank you for being here, of course. And you know, guys, also we give a huge thanks to Alex over here, to Mr. UneasierPuma, because you know he kind of put up this website, so you know he's pretty much just watching me rating all this and kind of you know seeing my opinions of like how well the MCU's doing. Oh yeah, guys, if you guys want to see, follow me on Instagram. I'll leave the link down below as always, guys, because I'll post my ratings over here. I have the screenshot. I'll post it. And Alex, do you want me to put yours on my Instagram?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll put Alex's on the Instagram, guys. So yeah, if you guys wanna see that, and then you know what? I'll have the link down below for you guys. Yeah, I'll give you guys the link in case you guys wanna rate this rate all of these yourself. So thank you so very much for watching, guys. This was one hell of a video, long because it's 42 minutes long.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Dude, we basically rate all the movies, so like 23 movies. And then two TV shows. So yeah, thank you so very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later. So peace out, guys. All right, we got him.
Down. Assemble on me.
Oh, nice. I got it.